All right, it's Bad Brad, and I'm going to get my shoulder checked out, and I feel like it's much better today. But this is an important topic to talk about on the channel: is injuries. I'm finding out that a lot of people, playing music can be a very physical thing, and the wear and tear on our bodies is it's serious stuff. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to talk to the doc. I'm going to get some information. I'm not going to do anything drastic. I want to learn more about this. I want to understand the stretching process and all of that involved with letting these things heal. The amazing thing about the human body is it can heal. It does try to heal itself. So I'm going to go in here, see what the doc says. I'll come back out, let you know what he says. And, if this helps somebody out there, somebody who may be going through a similar thing. And what I'm going through here is shoulder pain. And it was very hard to move my shoulder. I felt like a tendon or something was inflamed in my shoulder. I couldn't raise my arms up. It's still some pain when I move, but it's much better. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to find out exactly what I can do to not have this happen again and get better. And maybe I can pass on some information to everybody else out there and help some people. So thanks everybody. I'll be back with the diagnosis. All right. So yesterday I drove to the medical center. I'm here with Ace this morning. And yesterday I drove to the medical center. I did everything right. I took a shower. I got dressed. I went, way early. Got the address old school. My wife had a paper from the medical clinic with the doctor's name on it. And here's the address. Well, she had also texted me an address, but I had this paper, dude. I got old guy. I got a piece of paper in my car. So I put the address at the top of the paper. I put it in my GPS on my phone, and I get in my car and I'm, all right, let's go get the shoulder checked out. But meanwhile, it had been gradually getting better every day. I mean, look, today is the day, and look, I can move this. This is almost completely pain-free. But I drive, I go, I shoot the video of me about to go in. I see old dudes going into this place, and I think, man, I'm one of these guys. I'm one of these old dudes now. Old guy down in Florida going into the medical center. And I go in this place, and it's, of course, the information desk. It's 2 o'clock, or close to 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It says, out to lunch. So there's nobody there at the information desk. And I start going in this big medical center, and I'm looking at all of the little doctor's sections that they have, and I don't see the doctor's name that I'm looking for. And I'm just some old guy wandering around this medical center. And I walk up and down a couple times. I'm looking. I go all the way down to the end. I start looking down hallways. I don't see anything. And I see a counter with, basically someone free that I could ask a question to, and another thing. And I said, I'm looking for this doctor. Can you tell me where he is? I've got a 2 o'clock appointment. And she goes, give me your date of birth, give me your last name, give me your address, all that. She finds my appointment, right? And my appointment is in another city, about 20 minutes, 30 minutes away, and it's literally 15 minutes before my thing, right? And my car is almost out of gas. So I said, so then I'm like, okay, now I got to get to the car, and I've got to try and call the other doctor and tell them that there's no way I can make it in time, right? In fact, it's literally like by this time I get to my car, and it's like 6 or 7 minutes before my appointment's to start, and I know I've got to get all the way out of this one city into this other city, and then find this place and all this. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to call them, tell them that I'm not going to make this time slot. And here's the deal. Each day I kept feeling my shoulder was getting better, right? To the point where now I've got full range of motion in it with just a little bit of pain, right? All from just taking a few days off, taking it easier, being a little more careful, right? But then I started noticing a pain that I normally have, I've had off and on over the years in this part of the hand, right? So this is almost 90% healed. This now, I have this pain, which I had a drummer tell me before, you got to press it in, to release that. So the diagnosis is I'm an idiot, right? I'm an old guy idiot. And of course, when I tell my wife this, she's pissed. She's pissed that they're going to charge me. I said, I've already spoken to them. I've canceled it. If they try to charge you, I will pay for it. Just relax. The shoulder is better. The shoulder is getting better. And I already knew that pretty much there wasn't going to be a whole lot they could do that I was willing to do. I didn't want to do steroid shots. I've heard mixed reviews about that. And what I really wanted to know is maybe a little better understanding. But here's the thing, man. The great thing about this channel is I've had so many people in the comments giving me helpful tips. I've had my great moderator sent me an ice sleeve that I've been using to put on my shoulder. And, just seeing that I'm not alone in this, man. And you know what? Pain and injuries like this, it's a part of getting old. And it's not just a part of getting old, it's a part of doing something repetitive. So I've heard from young guys in their 30s or 40s having similar situations, or people that have overcome injuries, people that are every day dealing with issues of pain, and yet they keep going, right? So it was very, very inspiring to put out that video, the last 2 videos that I put out, talking about my injury and, self-diagnosis and things that worked for me and all that. And it's been therapeutic, and I think it's a part of this community. What we're doing here on this channel is sharing the testimony and experiences that we've had as players, as professional musicians or amateur musicians, or people that love guitar or love music. It's been a great help, man. Everybody has been very, very positive, and it's a great feeling to know that we have this community, that we have the support, that I start realizing, man, you know what, dude, this is no major thing. I will get through this. And like I said, man, it's like 90% pain-free.
now. And I've been doing some of the suggestions. People said some things that I've read, watched tutorials on YouTube about exercises and loosening it up, not allowing it to freeze, keeping your motion, taking it easy when I do still sleep a little bit on this side. It's this right shoulder that's been the issue, but being very, very careful with it, balancing out some of my work around the house using the left hand. Now I've got products coming to the house. I will have to do demos, but I'm still taking it easy, and I'm going to take it easy in those demos, man. You could still demo a product without beating yourself up. So, and I feel like I can still play. Yeah, now I got pain in this hand. It's part of growing old. It's a part of realizing that we're not invincible like when we were young. I can still play pretty much all the stuff that I did, when I was 20, but why? Why? What's the point of that, right? Adjusting what you play. And that's one thing that I'm thankful for, is I dipped my toe in a lot of different styles of music. So I'm not stuck when I can't shred, when I can't play with extreme intensity. I'll still be able to play, right? And that's what it's all about. It's about still doing the things we love as we get older and we feel the aches and pains, because the things that we love take away those aches and pains. They take us out of the mundane and take us into that world inside our brain, that world where we feel inspired, that world where everything, all the problems, all the things that we're dealing with, they just melt away when we sit down and we play. And you know what? Realizing I'm not alone in this, that this is very common, that, it's a part of getting old, and realizing, yeah, hey, I'm not invincible. I'm not 20 anymore. I'm not competing out there with the young bucks. Let them have that and figure it all out on their own. But man, I want to thank everybody for the well wishes. I want to thank everybody for the testimonies in all the videos telling me about your injuries and aches and pains playing and recovering from accidents. People talking about, severe accidents and coming back from them. It's been very inspiring. And I want to thank everybody that tunes into this channel. We're not stopping. We're going to keep going. And thank you so much for watching.